into the NCAA tournament after a pretty funky season, and it's all because of this guy, Darren Peterson. He's one of the best players in college basketball when he's on the court and fully healthy. This is a ridiculous shot maker. 6'5", great athlete, super confident scorer at all three levels. You never know when he's going to play and when he's going to play the full game and when he's going to look good. But he is an unbelievable player when he's on the court. With him fully healthy, they would, for the whole season, this would probably be one of the best teams in the country. Because Darren Peterson is that good. Even after all the stuff he's been through this year, he might be the number one pick in the draft. And this guy's just an elite scorer at all three levels. Ridiculous shot maker. Melvin Council, he's really stepped up and has really been the heart of the team with everything that's been going on. Plays super hard. Great driver. Really good defensively. Really good athlete. Great at getting paint touches. He's also played a lot of de facto point guard this year. And he can hit threes, but it's really what teams will live with. Trey White, big wing, driver. Good athlete for them too. Really good finisher in the lane. Can handle, he can create. And has shot the ball this year way better than he ever has. It's always been his issue at all the other schools he's been at, is the jumper. But he shot it well this year. Bryson Tiller. He's a freshman. He's been one of their pleasant surprises this year. Super talented. He can shoot. He can post up. He has really good touch. Does some super impressive things on the floor for someone his size. Floor spacer, which allows him to play next to Badunga. Always a threat to pop. Floyer Badunga, freak athlete. Great play finisher. Actually has good hands and can finish well around the rim. Really good at catching lobs. And Floyer Badunga might also be the best defensive player in college basketball. Very left-hand dominant. Look how hard he's forcing him. Ryba there. Still gets to his left hand on the other side of the rim. But again, this is where he impacts the game most, on the offensive side of the ball. Crazy catch radius. And he's really gotten better this year. Finishing around the rim, posting up a little. He doesn't have bad touch or craft at all around the rim. Jamar McDowell. He's a backup guard, low usage, role player. He can space the floor, defend a little. Marco Jackson, the former 5-star kid. He's coming off the bench. He's talented. He was injured all of last season. It's taken away a little from his game, but he's a capable 3-level scorer. Cole Rosario. He'll play limited minutes, but he's a fun, athletic role player. Really good 2-foot athlete. He started some games this year. Plays hard, defends, shoots it confidently, but won't play a ton. Early offense stuff. Set drags. Council getting to the rim. No tag here. Badunga gets a dunk. Against Baylor again. Badunga gets behind Powell. Drag. Another lob. We'll just set these ball screens in offense. So here we just come set it. Badunga to Tiller. Here's Melvin Council. So good in the lane. Trey White corner cut. We'll pop with Tiller. Badunga can pop, but he'll just play to the next side. So he pops, plays the empty side. Lob. Badunga pops, plays to the empty side. Finishes. Pop. And then we 45 to the empty side. So White 45 cut. Now it's an empty side. Pop into Zoom. So Badunga pops to the 2 side. Zoom. And we'll just get right into the empty side here. So Badunga right to the empty side. Peterson finishes. Right to the empty side. Badunga making a pass to Tiller. Empty side. Trey White gets a 3. Swing to the empty side. Melvin Council, 3. Here we're going to get an empty. Swing it to the corner. And there'll be more clips of them setting a ball screen closer to that corner later. But now they're just playing off. We'll get this roll replace if Tiller is low. High-low. Here it's a Gator against the hedge. So Tennessee hedge. Hit the big. Hit the roll. Here it's going to be a flare for Peterson while the ball screen's going on. There's going to be a baseline exchange to really confuse the help. And that's one of the things the self is so good at, manipulating how the defense is playing. We get a zipper, chase to the ball screen, and then bunch of misdirection on the weak side for this to be a dunk. Same thing here. Zipper, chase the ball screen, but here they actually play off of all this misdirection. So Council gets to the rim. This is set to seal. So all of this movement is to get this seal. And this is really good against teams that hedge. So we have Notre Dame hedging here. And we're swinging it. And this big is having to recover on the top side. And it's just all the room in the world to get that lob. Swing, seal. And here's Badunga getting behind for that lob over the top. This is a different look here. Zipper, chase, and then we'll shallow under to create this whole bunch of space. Do it again here. Zipper, chase, swing it, shallow under. All this space to throw it over. Zipper. Now we just clear for an ISO for Peterson with all that space for him to attack. We'll just toss into some stuff too. They'll just toss. Trey White gets a shot. Toss. Look for the early seal. And we can weave too. So handoff. Handoff. And there's White. Way more aggressive as a shooter this year. We'll plan to delay some. So hit the big. Won't really do anything super complicated out of it. Just a DHO. And now we're playing. Zoom. Hit the big. Zoom. It's going to be what you see most. A little bit of action getting into it. Handoff, handoff. Hit the big. Stepping out. Zoom for Peterson. Zoom. This is under a minute left in the tied game too. Council making a big shot. He made a ton of threes in that NC State game. Zoom. Here's Tiller on the cut. Here we just throw to the next side and chase. Get that 45 to an empty side. Hit him. 45 cut from McDowell. Empty side. Hit the big. 45. Empty side for Peterson. Hit the big. Keep. All backdoor for Peterson. Some horn stuff. Again, nothing too complicated. Ball screen. Double. Hit the elbow instead of 4-5 ball screen. So here, Trey White is the 4. Hit the elbow. 4-5 ball screen. Hit the elbow. Back screen. Here it is again. McDowell setting it again. Back screen. Same thing here. But then he sets a flare and then comes off. Some box stuff. So we'll swing, 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 and then ball screen with a little flare. Here we're in a box again. We're going to go out with the exit. Shuffle, ball screen. Here's going to be for Peterson. Zipper, hit him, another zipper. Some off-ball screening actions. Wide pin. Wide pin. Here it is for White again. And we'll get this into the corner. So wide pin. Swing it to the corner. And there's that corner ball screen. Wide pin. Come to that corner. We'll do stuff out of staggers. Not a lot. Here it is for Council. Floppy can get them into different stuff. So we hit the elbow. Play to the empty side. Here's going to be a blind pig look. Floppy. Elbow, backdoor. Bill Self has always run this layered floppy set where they come off an elevator, but here it's different. Diamond, and they'll just play out of it. Peterson coming off. It's hard to guard. Peterson in it again. Coming off. Some mover blocker stuff. So all these two guys as your blockers. This little court and ball screen. Again, here's your blocker. Blocker. Setting screens. Screens. Screen. Corner. Uphill. Here it is again. Set the exit and the flare. Come chase to the empty. Here it is again. Set it. Set it. Screen. Tiller's wide open. A couple other things they'll do. Empty seal that they've done a million times over Bill Self's career. There it is for Tiller. And then he'll do this as a counter to fronting. Empty out. Seal with all this room on the backside. Here's a little backdoor look. Rub, backdoor. Just a quick hitter. Here's a set I really like from him that I haven't seen before. Set a little ghost. Hit the big. He'll keep it. And then this big will flash. And it's all for the backdoor from this corner guy. We'll see it again here. Ghost. Hit the big. Keeps it. Flash. Backdoor. And Badunga had him here, but just play to this DHO. And here's a lob set. So watch this. It's all misdirection for this guy to get the lob. And that'll do it for our Kansas scouting report.